This is Xylonox, achieving one of the most difficult feats in Minecraft speedrunning history, beating Minecraft in under 8 minutes. It was such a huge accomplishment, it would take the speedrunning community almost a full year to beat it, with this speedrunner, Drip, getting a crazy time of 7 minutes and 1 second, 2 whole seconds away from a sub 7. And this is me, beating it for the first time.
Finally.
With my first run completed, for the next 30 days, I'll be learning and perfecting 5 speedrunning techniques, and I'll make as many worlds as I need to speedrun the most popular game of all time in under 15 minutes.
Boom! Let's go!
So let's begin with lesson number 1. When you take a look at any of the top Minecraft speedruns, all of them first start with finding a buried treasure. So naturally, that'd be the first thing to learn. But for reasons I'll get into later, I had to skip it, so let's just ignore that. Step 2, however, is learning how to build a nether portal in the ocean. You see, your typical Minecraft Let's Play looks like this. Find diamonds, make a diamond pickaxe, find a lava pool, turn the lava into obsidian, mine the obsidian, make the frame of the portal, and light it up with a flint and steel. But that's gonna take way too long. So instead, speedrunners find a magma ravine in the ocean and place wooden doors in a very specific orientation to create the frame of the nether portal using buckets of lava.
Now, of course, I'm not going to be that fast on the first try.
Boom! Took a whole minute. Dude, some people are pretty much almost done with the game.
And the next handful of attempts were horrible.
Oh no. No, what is that? Oh my god, I'm restarting.
I was getting super inconsistent times and started to get super frustrated.
Oh, jeez, what the? Oh.
Why? I was focusing way too much on going fast. I really had to slow it down, understand why each movement is important.
Look at that. There's no lava there.
And so that's what I did. And every try after try after try, my times became way more consistent, and I even got a solid PB to end day 2.
Hey, this is voiceover AirKirby. Look how fast I'm building this nether portal. Isn't that freaking awesome? You know what else is really fast to do? Hitting that like and subscribe button. You wouldn't want to miss a video next year, would you? Exactly. I don't know. Anyways, I'm done.
Okay!
Alright, let's rewind for a second. When you take a look at any of the top Minecraft speedruns, all of them first start with finding a buried treasure. So why do I have to skip this exactly? Well, you see, traditionally to find a buried treasure,
you first have to find a shipwreck, loot the chest for a buried treasure map, go to the X, dig around it for 30 minutes because you can't seem to find it, then finally loot it for its goodies. But we can skip all of that entirely using the F3 pie chart.
the red value on the pie chart tells you if there's a chest in one of the chunks you see in your POV, and the only way to refresh it quickly is to spam F3, hence why I needed a new keyboard with the designated F3 row.
It's here. Oh yeah, baby. Oh my god, it's not in the rain. Get out of the way. Yeah. Get out of here. There it is. Give it, bro. Yeah!
So as soon as you see the red value spike up on the pie chart, freeze.
Because this means that you just looked at the edge of the chunk and that chunk has a buried treasure inside. You use F3 plus G to open your chunk borders and walk towards that direction until you hit the edge of the chunk. That's the chunk you'll be focusing on. Now that you found the chunk, you'll want to focus your attention on these values here. This is the position you are inside the chunk. And the cool thing is, buried treasures always spawn on 9-9 exactly. Go to those coordinates in the chunk, dig down from there, and you got your buried treasure.
Okay.
So where are we? First we find a buried treasure that has at least 6 iron and food. We got other materials like wood and flint so that we could craft a bucket, doors, and tools in order to make the nether portal in the magma ravine. You still keeping up? Good, because now it's time to go into the nether. The first main objective in the nether is to find a bastion because all the gold it provides is to trade with piglins. But how are we going to do this exactly? Well, first you have to understand these two values on the F3 menu. Let's look at the second value. This tells us the total amount of entities that are currently loaded into the game, which includes mobs. That's important. You see, when you enter the nether for the very first time, the chunks will slowly generate around you. And if you pause the game right at the start, it won't spawn any mobs, except for bastions, which naturally generates a ton of them, which is why speedrunners look at the second value for a large spike in entities because it indicates that the bastion has just loaded in. If there's no spike, that means there's no bastion.
Big jump. Big jumpers. Ooh.
Now to find out what direction it's in, we have to look at this first value, which tells you all the entities in your POV. And as I just mentioned, bastions have a lot of entities crammed within that small space. So if you turn your FOV to something low and you look around, you'll find that there's a section where it spikes up. This is because you're most likely looking at the direction of the bastion.
Oh my god, it's just right here.
And that's the easy part. But once we actually find the bastion, that's where things really get difficult. As I said before, the point of bastions is to get a ton of gold blocks that are used to trade for piglins to get all the necessary items to complete the rest of the speedrun. This includes ender pearls, obsidian, string, and a ton more useful items. But to do this efficiently, I have to learn what's called bastion routes. This is a set path that speedrunners take within a bastion to gather as many gold blocks as possible while simultaneously gathering as many piglins as possible into a small hole. The more gold you get means more trading, means more chances to get the items you need. But keep in mind that piglins take around 6 seconds to trade. So if you don't have enough of them, you'll end up waiting way too long. Now I wish it was as easy as just one set path. There's actually 4 types of bastions: bridge, stables, treasure, and housing. Oh, okay, that's not too bad. Just 4 routes, right? No! Each bastion type has its own slight little variation to it and starting paths depending on the situation you're in. Meaning I have to learn and memorize like 50 bajillion freaking routes all in a short amount of time because I'm only on day 6 of this challenge. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean. Alright, let's start with bridge because this is by far the easiest one to identify since, you know, it's literally just a big bridge. It's a big bridge. But the route starts by mining this clump of gold blocks at the tip of the bridge. And then you make your way up here where the route is going to split into 3 different paths, depending on if chests spawn here, here, or there could be no chests at all. But again, each route, piglins are funneled into that small area and then you just keep on trading. And honestly, it wasn't that difficult to learn. It did take some time and a couple frustrating deaths.
Oh jeez. Oh no. No! Get your gold over there!
But after like 2 hours, 24 runs, and 14 deaths, I finally felt comfortable with the bridge route.
Jeez! 155.
Stables is identified by the billions of hoglins found outside. It starts at the bottom at this chest here, and as you make your way up the stairs, you use this specific block to figure out whether it has what they call a good gap or bad gap. This will determine which route you need to follow. If the block isn't there, then it's a good gap, and you could go through this wall here where you'll path down collecting a couple of gold blocks while funneling the piglins into this hole, and then collect even more gold down here. If the block is there, then it's a bad gap, meaning the room I just showed isn't there, and you should turn around and go up these stairs while you'll break this block. If you find a mirrored version of the room I just showed before, then it's also a good gap, and you can follow it exactly like before. But if you break that same block and there's nothing there, then you have 2 bad gaps, which is the worst case scenario. Thankfully, because there are only 2 routes to memorize and it's mirrored on both sides, I was able to learn stables relatively quickly. But besides the fact that I really couldn't make this jump.
No. Go. Yeah. I'm dead.
And moving on to day 7, it was all about learning the last 2 bastions, treasure and housing. Treasure, identified through the lava pools and the big square dome, thankfully only had 1 route. Starting at the lava lake, you'll get these 2 gold blocks, then make your way up the stairs where you'll connect these 2 rooms to funnel even more piglins into this hole. From here, all you have to do is mine these hidden gold blocks within the walls, then trade. And literally just like the last one, they're just these jumps, man. I can't make these damn jumps.
Oh!
You better listen up.
Oh my.
Lastly was housing, identified through the netherwart planet in the middle of this box. And for this bastion, I had 2 starts, one starting from the bottom of the netherwart and one from the top. Thankfully though, both routes led to the exact same location, so then after that, all you had to do was farm your gold and collect the piglins in this hole. And surprisingly, I learned these routes pretty quick.
Look at that. Do I have it? I think that's everything.
So now it was time to combine all these routes I learned into practice. I randomized which bastions would spawn and added terrain to simulate what it would be like in an actual speedrun scenario.
It's bridge. Go, go, go.
First, I started off focusing solely on identifying the bastions.
Treasure again. Housing. Oh god, stables.
This is because I know that as soon as I recognize which bastion it is, my muscle memory from all the practice will just carry me through the rest. Well, at least kinda.
Oh my god.
But at the end of the day, I was confident enough to say that I learned the basics of bastion routing.
Anyways, I think that's good enough practice. 2 hours. Maybe try the dragon stuff now. And practice.
Whoa. But AirKirby, how the hell do speedrunners get from the bastion to the end portal so quickly? Well, once you gotten all your ender pearls, you go to the nether fortress and you get at least 6-7 blaze rods. Then you could craft, you guessed it, Eyes of Ender. You go back to the overworld, chuck it in the air, and then... And just like that, you know exactly where the end portal is. Okay, I know it looks crazy, but let's break it down. As you already know, when you throw an Eye of Ender, it points directly to the stronghold. But if we use 2 Eyes of Ender, we can use this quirky little math trick nerds call triangulation. But I just like to call it, make 2 lines, throw it into this magic program that tells me exactly where the 2 lines touch, and boom, totally mathematical. Mathematical! But hey, you made it. Now all you have to do is fill in the end portal with the eyes and prepare to go to bed. Okay, honestly, I thought this was going to be the easiest part because I thought, and big emphasis on thought here, that I knew the fundamental concept behind the Ender Dragon fight. However, there was a lot more to it than I thought.
It's a lot harder than it looked. I thought this thing was going to be easy. I thought this was the easiest part.
First, I had no idea when the dragon was going to perch. During my first attempt, by the time I realized it was actually perching, it was already too late.
What the?
The trick here is that the dragon perches when it does this very aggressive spin opposite of where you're standing. So as soon as you see that spin, that's when you know to throw your pearl, giving you a bunch of time to set up for your beds. Now for the bed part, I knew that beds explode in the end and I had to use that to kill the dragon. I also know that I had to time the click of the explosion at the dragon's head, but my timing was just straight trash and the dragon would just break the bed before I could even click it.
What?
That's because the first bed that you explode is actually the most important, which I had no idea.
Huh?
The reason being is that the bed actually pushes the dragon up a little bit, giving you more space to place another bed without the dragon getting close enough to actually break it. From there, you just keep aiming for the dragon's head until it dies.
Yes!
The more accurate you are with your timing, the more damage you do, and the less beds
Oh
you'll
my
need.
god. Look at that.
And so the rest of day 8 was just straight repetition and making slight adjustments to my timing until I was way more precise with my explosions and being consistent with it.
Oh!
Okay, this is it. This is it.
Oh my god. In 4 beds! 4 beds!
And on day 9, I was finally ready to do some real runs.
I'm kind of nervous.
I gotta give my props to the RSG speedrunning community because y'all's level of patience is insane. I was so hyped and ready to actually start doing some real runs, but then I just get hit with like 50 bajillion hours of resetting worlds. Like, bro, I just wanna play.
Yo, this sucks. I still haven't started yet.
What? Yeah, really?
And instead of fixing the problem right away,
They did this thing where they like have 16 different Minecrafts open.
I just couldn't contain my hunger to get a new PB. And for the very first time, on day 12, I finally got to put all my training to use. I found a shipwreck, I got buried treasure, I used TNT to get some wooden blocks, built my first nether portal, which was pretty scuffed. And when I entered the portal for the very first time, I was so focused on looking at the entity count that I didn't even realize the bastion was right in front of me, bro.
No way.
What am I doing?
Oh, what do you mean? It's right on top of me.
Again, this is my first real run, and at this point I was feeling the adrenaline and the excitement,
bridge.
especially after identifying the bastion
No way,
right
no
away.
way.
I knew it was a
Right, I
bridge,
know this.
and I knew exactly what to do. Well, because I did it a million times before, or what felt like a million times. I know it's only day 12 of me speedrunning and everything, but this was the moment where I really felt like I was a real speedrunner who could actually beat this challenge. Everything was going exactly as I practiced. I could feel a new PB, and after getting all my trades at 11 minutes, all I had to do was make my way towards the nether fortress. And like any good story, of course, the universe had other plans for me.
No! No! Why? Why do I do this to myself? Oh my god.
Yeah, this was my first moment of frustration. Dying in a run knowing you were one silly mistake away between you and your personal best. I knew dying was inevitable, but little did I know that this feeling of frustration was not something I was prepared for. And spoiler, I never really got used to.
Why do I even try to do that?
This challenge was a lot more mentally taxing than I anticipated, and the rest of day 12 really made me understand that.
Okay, I think that's just enough for tonight. God damn it.
And then for the next few days, I became stuck in a loop. I generate a world 50 bajillion times. Find one, the adrenaline kicks in, I'm hyped. Then I die to something stupid. I'm sad again. And this happened over and over
Hello?
and over.
No!
Oh my god! Why? That was such a good start too. Going so perfectly. I freaking fumbled the bag. Why do I keep fumbling? Tell me the answer.
It took me a second to accept it, but it became obvious that I may have rushed too soon on learning the Bastion routes. And so for the next few days, I spent more of my time running Bastion routes again and again rather than actually doing a run. And this paid off hard because I was progressing way further in my runs on day 21, where I had a clean Bastion route with good trades.
Oh my god, the pearls.
And the fortress was right next to me. I was only 12 minutes in and I was already done. I'm about to go from a 2-hour PB to a sub 15. Yeah, no, I fucking wish.
Oh my god!
But for the very first time, I actually made it to the end.
Oh my god, I'm freaking scared. I'm scared. Breathe.
And although I got lucky early on, my lack of experience really started to show here. During this run, I ended up spending 10 minutes just looking for the stronghold.
Dude, I actually can't find the portal room.
And when I finally did find it,
Oh my god, finally. Oh my god, okay.
I realized I threw out all of my wood. I don't know where it went.
I threw all my goddamn wood.
So I had to go back to the nether, and then this happens.
No. No, that actually would have been like the death of me. Like, I actually would have just quit like this whole challenge.
And things just continued going downhill. First, I get clipped by lava and almost die with half a heart left.
No fucking way. Are you gotta be.
Then I messed up my one cycle with 6 beds, by the way. And my final straw was when I tried to salvage the run to at least get a new time down. And when I tell you this was the most tilted I've ever been since playing goddamn League of Legends. Okay, maybe not that bad, but still, it was, oh my god, it was bad.
Oh my god! No, dude.
Yeah, nah, I was so gone after that. Because not only did I choke a sub 15, I choked the entire goddamn run.
Dude, that was so perfect. I just whiffed so hard. Like, I think I was out of the nether by like 12-13 minutes or something like that. I just couldn't find the portal room, and I think my mental just got destroyed.
Never again, never again, never again.
The portal room on average is 7 rooms away from starter staircase.
And with only 9 more days left of the challenge, it was clear that I needed a new plan. And it's actually something that I mentioned on the very first day I started the runs.
They do this thing where they like have 16 different Minecrafts open and they click a button and it generates a new world on all 16.
And there's actually a name for this. Take a look at this pie chart. This is a totally 100% accurate representation of how much time I'm currently using resetting worlds versus actually goddamn playing. I hate this. It's boring, it's stupid, I have ADHD, but thank God we have... The concept is simple. Instead of having just one Minecraft open restarting worlds, why not open 8 more Minecrafts and have all of them resetting worlds instantaneously? Then have a system where I could pick and choose the ones where I'm already at a beach for a higher likelihood for a buried treasure, which results in less time spent resetting worlds and more time spent actually playing. And the plan was working. I was resetting worlds super fast and I was able to find multiple buried treasures in what would have taken me hours. But a shortcut like that doesn't change the core problem that I sucked at speedrunning.
No, my fire is hit. No.
And so I was left with one only option. Alright, fuck it, we just need to lock in.
Reset counters at 2,530. Oh my god. You fucking kidding me? Fuck these pigs. No fucking way, dude. Holy shit, I'm such a fucking dumbass. No. Please, live. We gotta get a time down. We have to get a time down today. No, you motherfucker! Oh, fucking damn it. I knew it was bridged because the hole right there. You motherfucker! Oh my fucking god.
Narrator narrates all.
Fuck is that? Oh my god, my fucking ears! Oh my god, dude, I can't. Okay, I'm done. Fuck! God. Fuck. Oh my god, a fortress? Okay, okay. The fortress is right there. Calm down. Chill, 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 chill. You're good. No! No! As much as I want to crawl in my bed and die, I only have 3 days left, so... No fucking I'm fucking dead. Dude. Holy shit. Damn it, dude. I'm fucking suck at this game. What the fuck? Fuck! No fucking way, dude. Holy shit, I'm such a fucking dumbass. God fucking damn it. No! Oh my god, I've been resetting worlds for fucking hours! Ah, finally. That was so hard. It took me an hour and 54 minutes, dude. 2 hours is bad, but that just means we just have a lot to improve on. So it's just gonna look cooler, you know? It's gonna be a long 29 days.
Lesson 1 taught me that of the top Minecraft speedruns, all of them first start with finding a buried treasure. And you can use the F3 menu to figure out that they always spawn on 9-9 exactly. I could then use the TNT I got from the buried treasure to blow up some trees and get all the materials I need for lesson 2. This lesson taught me how to make another portal underwater and how frustrating it was.
Oh, jeez, what the,
But I knew that as long as I slowed down and I understood why each move is important, then I'd be just fine. Lesson 3 taught me that once I'm in the nether, the first thing I have to find is a bastion. And to do so, I have to see if this value spikes up. Then I have to lower my FOV and find out where this value spikes up, because chances are I'm looking in the direction of the bastion. Now at this point I was 4 minutes into the run and my nerves were really starting to kick in. The nether fortress is right in front of me and a bastion is close by. This could be my PB. I need to lock in. I started thinking to myself, which bastion was it gonna be? Bridge, stable, treasure, or housing? And there it was, right in front of me. Instantly, I knew it was treasure because of the lava pools and the big square dome, but I hated treasure.
Come on, why do I always get treasure?
The route was already playing in my head. I knew exactly what I had to do, but it was still by far one of my weakest routes, and all I could think about was that first jump and how it could end my run instantly if I don't make it. After those really close calls, the rest of the route went pretty smoothly. And at 8 minutes in, I was done with all my trades. So far in this run, everything has been pretty smooth until this moment. If you didn't notice already, I purposefully didn't cover any nether fortress stuff, because when I was doing this challenge, I didn't think I'd need to. But surely enough, you'll see that I definitely should have. I find the blaze spawner, then go ooga booga caveman brain into the blazes, taking hella damage and barely getting out with half a heart left. And instead of healing all the way, I go ooga booga again and then go back in. Like I'm really just out here just trying to die, I guess. I have no idea. But thankfully though, I understood the concept about hunger resetting, which is where you purposefully die to gain all your hearts and food back. So I got the rest of my blaze rods and headed into the overworld to measure my eyes. Oh my god, this is it. Lesson 4 taught me the basic concept of triangulation to find the portal room using a calculator. And if you're still confused about how it works, I don't blame you. I brushed by it super fast because I just wanted to speedrun already, so I barely knew what was going on when it came to the actual run. My first throw gets interrupted by a zombie.
Oh my god, stupid ass zombie.
My second throw gave me an 18%. Then I get interrupted by another zombie, so then I go to sleep, measure one more time, finally get it right, but I still have no food, so I try to do a hunger reset, fail that, then I finally get it right, but again, because some of my eyes are broke, so I have to go back to nether and kill more blazes. Almost 6 minutes were wasted just because I rushed my training. But in the moment, I didn't care. I was gonna finish this damn run. So I rushed over to the coordinates, built my nether portal, and started praying that my calculations were right.
Come on, please.
Yes. Oh, please. Please, sub 25. Sub 25. 19 minutes in, I found the stronghold. I refused to let another run die because I couldn't find the damn portal room. It happened once, but like I said, never again. Never again. Is this start? Okay.
The portal room on average,
average,
is 7 rooms
rooms.
away from starter staircase.
1, 2. Oh my god, I'm shaking. Relax. You've done this before. Literally done it a bajillion times. And at 22 minutes, I finally entered the end. Lesson 5, the final lesson, taught me how to kill the dragon with beds. I've been here before. I failed, choked with 6 beds. I raged.
Oh my god!
I practiced.
In 4 beds! 4 beds!
30 days ago, I had no idea when the dragon was gonna perch. But now, I do.
2 hours is bad, but that doesn't mean things have a lot to improve. For the next 30 days, I'll be learning and perfecting 5 speedrunning techniques to speedrun the most popular game of all time in
Boom! Let's go! Oh my god! Sub 25! Yes! Oh god. And just like that, I went from a 2-hour PB to a sub 25. But hold on. Because what if I told you that was all a lie? What if I told you the run you just saw was actually only 11 days after I started speedrunning on day 20 of this challenge? Would you believe me? But AirKirby out here asked you, why would you lie to us like that? What's the point of this? Well, at first it's to prove to people that Minecraft speedruns is all about luck. But now I realize just how wrong that really is. Yes, there are a lot of factors where luck is involved, but at the end of the day, it's the skills you improve on, the knowledge, the intuition, the vision, all made it so that when the time comes and you get that perfect seed, you can take that opportunity and run with it completely prepared on what exactly you have to do to achieve success. And that's what it takes to be a top speedrunner. So keep on resetting, because eventually, 1 will be your new personal best. But hey, I'm not just talking about Minecraft.